Hello everyone, welcome back to Sydney and Starlet, and if you are new here, welcome, enjoy the videos. So today me and Sydney are going to be reading Walt Disney's The Adventures of Mr. Toad. So let's begin. Toad was crazy about driving. He loved a wild ride in his gypsy cart. Did Toad care where he was going? Of course not. Toad just cared about going fast and having fun. But Toad was a terrible driver. He ran into things. He ruined trees and broke fences. Then he had to pay for them. His friends Rat and Mole watched Toad sadly. Toad must give up his gypsy cart, said Rat. It is costing him too much money. But Toad swears he never will, sighed Mole. MacBadger lived with Toad. He took care of Toad Hall. One day, MacBadger asked Rat and Mole to come at once. Toad was in trouble. His money was almost gone. Bills and more bills, cried MacBadger. If there are any more bills, Toad will have to sell Toad Hall. He threw a pile of bills into the air. We will help, said Rat and Mole. Just then, Toad came in the door. MacBadger wasted no time. He told Toad the bad news. Sell Toad Hall? Cried Toad. Never! Then there is only one thing to do, said Rat. Rat and Mole took Toad to his room. You must stay here until you forget about gypsy carts, said Rat. To make sure that Toad did not leave, Rat locked the door. It was a good plan. There was only one thing wrong with it. It did not work. As soon as night came, Toad sneaked out the window. Cyril, the horse, was waiting. Which road shall we take? Asked Cyril. The high road? The low road? The road to adventure, cried Toad. And off they went, Toad, horse, and gypsy cart. In the early morning, they came to an inn. Parked outside was a beautiful red motor car. A motor car! Cried Toad. He forgot all about gypsy carts. He had to have that motor car. Toad walked into the inn. There sat the Weasel gang. Toads did not know that weasels were famous car thieves. Who owns that red motor car? Asked Toad. I want to buy it. It belongs to me and the Weasel gang, said Mr. Winky, the innkeeper. How much will you pay for it? Toad took out his wallet. It was empty. All I have is this deed to my house, said Toad. It's a deal, cried Winky. He snatched up the deed and signed it. Toad signed it too. The motor car is yours, Toad, said Winky, and Toad Hall belongs to us. Winky and the Weasels waved goodbye to Toad. He drove away smiling. Poor Toad, he did not know the truth. The car was stolen. By and by, Toad noticed that he was being followed by a policeman. Toad stopped the car. The policeman told him, I am taking you to jail. Whatever for? Asked Toad. For stealing this car, said the policeman. The next day, Toad's friends read about Toad in the newspaper. I knew Toad's wild ways would get him into trouble, said Rat. But Toad would never steal, said Mole. It must be a mistake. If only he had kept the gypsy cart, said Rat. If only we had locked the window, said MacBadger. Toad had to go to court. He told his story to the judge. I bought the car from Winky, said the Toad. I gave him Toad Hall for it. Winky told his story next. I never heard of Toad Hall, he said. All I know is Toad tried to sell me a stolen car. No one believed Toad. Everyone believed Winky. the judge sent Toad to jail. Poor old Toad. He was locked up and left all alone. Then someone came to visit him. Toad did not know who she was. "Surprise!" said the visitor. It was Cyril in disguise. "I have a dress for you too," said Cyril, "and a hat that is just your size." Toad put them on. "No one will know it is you, Toad," said Cyril. Cyril was right. Toad walked right past the guard and out the gate. Hours later, a tired Toad was still walking in the rain. He was on his way to Rat's house. Rat and Mole were sitting in front of a warm, cozy fire. They were drinking cocoa. "Life isn't much fun without Toad, is it, Ratty?" said Mole. "I miss him," said Rat. Just then they heard a knock. Rat opened the door. Toad fell into the room with a plop. "I didn't do it," said Toad in a tired little voice. "But no one believes me." "I believe you," said Mick Badger as he came in the door. Mick Badger had amazing news. Winky and the Weasel Gang were living in Toad Hall. "That proves you told the truth, Toady," said Mick Badger. That night the friends got into a rowboat. They set out for Toad Hall. Weasels or no weasels, they would find the deed. They would prove that Toad was innocent. One of the weasels was guarding the bridge. The friends rode under it. The weasel did not see them. At last they came to Toad Hall. They rode through a secret tunnel. The tunnel led to some stairs. The stairs led to a door. Ever so slowly they opened it. They found themselves in a hall above the living room. Right below them was Winky fast asleep, and there in his jacket was the deed. They made a special rope and lowered Mole with it. Mole had to stretch really far to reach the deed, but he did it. Then the four friends decided to go to the police. The police would see Winky's name on the deed to Toad Hall. They would know the truth. The next day, the newspaper told all about it. Toad was innocent. The police took Winky and the Weasels to jail. There, the gang would stay for a long, long time. Toad Hall was safe. A few days later, Rat, Mole, and Mick Badger were all at Toad Hall. "Isn't it grand?" said Mole. "Toady is back and we are all together again." "Yes, Moley," said Mick Badger. "But the best news is, Toad has changed. He has given up motor cars forever." Suddenly, there was a huge crash. Bricks began falling from the roof. Mole ran to the window. He saw an airplane sailing past a broken chimney. On the plane was Toad. The three friends rushed outside. They stared up at Toad. "His new love is airplanes," said Mick Badger. "He is crazy about them." Had Toad changed? Of course not. He was the same old Toad, full of adventure, full of fun. Lovable old Toad. That is the end. So that is it for today, everyone. Really hope you all enjoyed it, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Pick out your favorite page. Who's your favorite character?
Gumbo.
Dumbo, that's not even a character in the book. All right, bye-bye.
Gumbo.